severe depression is it's a debilitating condition. According to the DSM-5, there's a whole bunch of mood disorders. There's a whole chapter on mood disorders. And that incorporates major depressive disorder, as well as, that's what MDD is, major depressive disorder, that's due to a medical condition. We have some medical conditions that can mimic depression. Hypothyroidism is one that comes to mind. You can have depression that's related to Parkinsonism, that's related to the effects of a stroke. So it meets the criteria for major depressive disorder, but it's not just one that's come out of the blue. It's actually related to the coexistence of another condition. So you can have substance or medication-induced bipolar and related disorders. So there are many medications that can show their effects as either a major depressive disorder picture or one that's actually quite high. Lots of medications and substances that can do that. But I think we do need to be very careful, because one of the criticisms that has been launched at the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, especially the last edition, was, as I said, this term over pathologising normal life. There was a risk of the DSM-5 incorporating 2 weeks worth of grieving as being a criteria for major depressive disorder. So you can imagine how problematic that would have been. Everybody who'd experienced a loss ran the risk of being diagnosed with a major mental disorder, instead of acknowledging that people grieve for really long periods of time, not just 2 weeks. So they took that one out. That was a big sigh of relief, that one. They also have a particular diagnosis in the manual called disrupted mood dysregulation disorder, which is chronic irritability in anybody over the age of 2. So you can imagine, you've got a 2-year-old who's chronically irritable. Last time I looked, that was called the terrible twos. Yeah, so you can imagine, by introducing this concept of, and this is one of them that's come up for such criticism, pathologising temper tantrums. So, you know, a mum or a worried caregiver takes this child to the doctor and says, I don't know what's going on, but they meet all the criteria. They have this explosive outburst. They're really irritable. It happens spontaneously out of the blue. You know, anywhere we go, I can't predict it. It lasts for about half an hour. They lose all control. I can't cope. Ooh, tick, 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 tick. Great. They've got this. Now I can legitimately treat this. A 2-year-old. Now, that's not to say that children don't become unwell. No, I'm not saying that at all. But there is this, you know, very easily applied label of a major mental illness to be given to a person who's just experiencing life.